Right, let's take a look at the 4 different styles of DoodleHide dolls that I've made. I've made this one here, he's flat, totally flat, glued together, no stuffing at all. This one here I have dyed and stuffed all the pieces, the arms, the head, the body, and done one lot of hair. This one here I have put leather buttons, also dyed, stuffed all the way through, and hair is all around the head, so it's just to give you an idea. This one here, I've put the hair on the leather hair. She's got a flat head, not stuffed. Her arms are not stuffed. Her legs and body are stuffed and dyed a little bit different than the other ones. But this sort of gives you an idea of what you can do and how you can change and make your own. Your pattern comes in A3 and A4 size, so you can print it out on either. Cut out all your pieces, take them to your leather and punch the holes, and then cut out all your pieces. If you want to, like me, you can emboss some of the pieces like I have. I have a embossing machine, and it just gives the leather another dimension, a different look, a fun look. Before I dye my leather, I rub all the pieces down with Neats Fit oil, a good covering. I don't actually let it dry before I dye. I basically leave it for like 5 minutes to soak in. Then I do come and do the dyeing process. I just find for me the Neats Fit oil gives a darker, deeper look. I'm going to do yellow and red. So Neats Fit oil gives the yellow a darker look. It becomes more of a tan than a yellow, and I'd run out of tan, so this works perfectly for me. I do actually do the other doll in red. The red comes out beautiful and bright, not dark, so it doesn't really change the colour. Even though it looks blotchy on the leather before I dye the red, it actually all flattens out and dries nice and evenly. I really like it for the fact that I'm using a water-based dye, and it does actually keep it looking beautiful. This is what I do when I glue pieces together. I find a big thick piece of cardboard that I can poke needles through. I put a piece of brown paper on top, almost like greaseproof paper. Then I can pin my pieces of leather in place, because I was finding I was getting the glue on the right side of my leather and it was just mucky and messy. This is really quick and easy. If you have a tub, or you've got the squeezy tube like me, either way you need a little plastic piece, some sort of plastic, to smooth out the glue just so it all becomes even. I just find little random bits of plastic. I have actually used stiff cardboard as well just to even it out. This is the way I find that it doesn't move, and when every now and then you knock something and it moves and you end up with the glue on top, it's just frustrating. So I just thought I'd demonstrate how I do it so it doesn't move. There's plenty of time for the glue to sort of dry in between. When you take the pins out and you put the pieces together, I normally poke pins through to make sure the stitch holes all match, but I've got decent sized holes in these pieces. So I quickly weight them, put a weight on them to press them down, and I do that with all the pieces that I am gluing. But you may not want to glue anything, you may want to stuff or just leave it open. But I just wanted to show you my process so that you can actually do it yourself if you wish. So for the super flat doll, you glue the feet and the arms first. You can come back and do the body and the head later, but you really just need to do this part first. Now to doing all your edges. Give them a good sanding and a good polishing. Now you want to do all the edges. That's the edges for your flat doll if you're gluing them, or if you're stuffing the doll, you want to do all the edges of those pieces too. So now's the time to actually do all the edges of all the pieces, and they can come out looking beautiful. And then a good polishing around all the edges as well. You can give them, this is the glued edges, and they come out looking fantastic. But you'll want to do the polishing of all the edges for the dolls that you're stuffing too, that you're going to be sewing up rather than gluing up. All the edges should be finished. All the pieces should be polished, because once you start stitching, you're not wanting to polish anything or go over anything. First thing you want to do is decorate the mouth. I'm decorating this doll with a couple of beads just to give it a little twinkle, but you can do it any way you like and give it the look you want. On the right here, I have put the pictures up of the 3 other dolls that I've done. You can have a little look here. You can see the colour of the stitching's different. I've done some with the up and down and some not. But you can make your own design. You can actually repunch the holes and make them a round mouth. You don't have to have the long mouth like me. Now the fun decorating process. Have fun with either buttons. I have included buttons in the pattern, so if you want to make your own leather buttons to add to your dolls like I have on a couple of mine, you can, because I've put them there. I've allowed for holes in the front of the body for you to stitch buttons or bows. Decorate, have fun, and use whatever's in your craft room and see what you come up. I would love to see what people come up with when they decorate their dolls, but have fun watching me and my process in the meantime. For the nose, I just sewed a bead on top of a sequence and sewed that in place just because I could. I'll put up a couple of pictures of what I've done for this body part on the other 3 dolls, just so you can see how it can be done differently, and you don't even have to have any decorations. You can leave it completely empty. Just remember not to punch the holes. Here I'm showing you that I've decorated the front and the back of this doll. I also did the same with the red doll. I just wanted to do something a little bit different. So once all the decorating's done, then we can start with the stitching. We'll start with stitching up the hands. Just watch closely. I try and do it as slow as possible. You can stop the video, you can slow the video down, you can fast forward, you can go back. So take your time and watch what I do, and then have a go at doing it. The red doll is stitched different, so you can forward the video to the red doll if you want to do the red doll type stitching. But in the meantime, I'm going to carry on with working on this doll. Now what we're doing is we're going to glue the insert inside of the head. This is to stabilize the head to make it stronger, because it's quite a big head, and this just makes it really quite thick and firm. It firms it up. So glue that in place, let it set for a while, and then you can stitch the head on and we can work with the hair when, you know, the following steps. But do take your time and do let it dry a bit. You can glue the top as well. I didn't. I've glued this part onto the back, but you can glue the top of the head on as well, but I just didn't do that because I thought it was firm enough the way it was. Make sure that you have drawn these little markings. It's like the starting of your stitching together. You really want to get the holes in the right place so the front of the face is in the right place on the back of the head. Very important markings, so make sure that those are correct, and then we can start on organising what we want in the way of hair. You don't even have to have hair, but for this doll I'm going to use a range of colours. You want 3 strands per lot of hair, because if you want to plait it you really need 3 or 6 or 9. It's easier to plait in 3s. So choose your colours, decide how much hair you want, and then just follow the process. It's pretty quick and easy once you've seen it being done. Always good when you just about get to the end of a project. This is the end of this particular doll. Then we're moving on to the red doll where the stitching's slightly different, but you can still follow the video and get the red doll done as well. Like with the first doll, start with all the decorating. So this doll has decorated stitches rather than sewing on anything. But you'll be able to see I've got a few close-up videos of how I do it. So enjoy the music, the background music, and stitch away. This doll is one of those projects where none of the stitching on the outside or the edge has to be even. This is a DoodleHide doll, like a drawing of a doll. So you can have as much fun as you like. It doesn't have to be perfect. The more imperfect it is, I think, the better it is a doodle. So yeah, enjoy. I haven't marked in the pattern where I do the loops over the edge because that's a personal choice. If you want to do it, do it. If you don't, don't. But do it as, how often as you want and as tidy or untidy as you like. Right, now that you've done the arms and the legs, it's time to attach them to the body and attach the front of the head onto the back. This is all done similar to what you saw when I did the first doll, so I'm not going to demonstrate that again, but follow the stitching of what you did for the arms and the legs for this red doll, and then just follow the techniques for sewing the arms or joining the arms and the legs and the head on. Add hair if you want hair, and stuff as you go. Have fun, and thank you so much for watching another video. So much fun making them, and I really enjoy sharing.